the day. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing, Young. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Young now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, what a move. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And oh, right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. They fake the give. Newton. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Newton on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. The Jaguars at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Following the interception, Young. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll go again with Etienne. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually. Right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a first carry here for their running back. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And his kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third down, Young from the gun. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Etienne once more. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Newton. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Newton now to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now Newton on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. That time, a 9-play drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Young. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Young, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it, and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 24, Young, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
That throw by Young incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returning it is Moore. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over first and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Newton. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, it's Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off play action. Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And the lead will stay put at 17. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Josh Allen able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Nifty move. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. Now Newton.
He'll drop this one off with ETN.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. A pass complete to Moore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. Play action. It's Newton. Completes it to the fullback, Hale.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here's Newton. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
2nd down and 8.
Here's Newton.
ETN bringing in another one.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the red zone now, Newton. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Trying the power game with Ham. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're just about set for a kickoff as we resume action. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
This will be caught by Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to flip one out here to his running.